I'm gonna be honest, wedding planning sucks. Get ready with me as we talk about all the wedding stuff. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Celesta. We talk about all things luxury shopping and handbags. If you love those things, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification. I do post videos every week. So this is not my usual video. As you can tell, I usually don't do get ready with me's. I feel like I usually get ready pretty quickly. However, I feel like I'm probably the least, not like myself, but least open on YouTube. I outline all of the content that I film, especially for YouTube. So I never just sit down and film a YouTube video. Everything is very like well thought out and everything like that. And so I wanted to just chit chat, and talk about all things wedding stuff. So if you didn't know, we are getting married spring of 2024. We are getting married in Italy, and we are very excited. I feel like one of the most common questions I get is like, why are we doing a destination wedding? And honestly, I think you get a better bang for your buck if you do a destination wedding. I think in general, you're able to maximize your budget in Europe or in destination weddings. I've seen a lot of videos on like how much I spent on my wedding, and you get a better bang for your buck if you go the destination wedding route. And then on top of that, I also feel like if you have a destination wedding, you're able to keep it smaller and like for closer kind of friends and family. As much as I would love to have my second cousins at my wedding, it feels a little bit kind of like unnecessary, and I personally would rather keep it. I know my fiance too also would prefer to keep the wedding smaller, and so I think that's something that we're really excited about. And I think with the destination wedding, I think the people who want to be there will be there, and people who don't, and that's like no skin off my back. I think something that people didn't really prep me for, no one prepped me for this. So if you are planning a wedding or about to be engaged or eventually will be planning a wedding, this is the no, okay? I did not expect to have so many people having opinions about my wedding. And it's not just like parents. I've had friends suggest certain wedding dates that we should have so that it could be more convenient for them. We've had family members suggest, oh, well, why don't you move your wedding date to this holiday so that more people can come? And I think I just wasn't expecting the amount of unsolicited feedback as we've gotten in the last 6 months. And like, honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, wedding planning is great. It's the joy of my life. You only get to do this once. I'm gonna be honest, wedding planning sucks. I don't feel like that's talked about enough. I don't think that people talk about the stress and having this many people's eyes and opinions and expectations of you. And I think partially that's because I put my life out there on the internet. So a lot of people are seeing this. A lot of people have like expectations of what my wedding should be like. But wedding planning is exhausting, especially if you are balancing a full-time job like I am. I'm also balancing social media, and I'm just not going to sit here and tell you that this is like great. I do think that it's easier if you're a little bit more open-minded to different ideas. I personally feel like I have spent, and I'm sure a lot of you guys too, I have spent hours of my life for years on Pinterest, pinning different ideas and watching TikToks and all these things that I would potentially want to incorporate into my wedding, certain colors and the bouquet and like photographers. Like, I've already thought of all these things that I would want to do for my wedding, that I think if you have a little bit more of an open mind, you may not feel as much stress as I do. But because of that, I do feel like there's a lot kind of on my plate. Also feel like the wedding industry in general is like such a scam. If you had a regular photographer shoot for like the entire day, it's probably way less than if you were to hire a wedding specific photographer. I'm sure this is the same with food and catering and cakes, flowers, all of these things. I'm sure like their prices would not be the prices that they are if you didn't specify that it's a wedding. I think in general, people specify that it's a wedding, and I've seen some TikToks where they're like, oh, I didn't specify it was for a wedding and it was X amount cheaper or whatever. You can look up those videos. I don't know if that's like really doable, especially for a destination wedding, but you can always try. In terms of the fun parts of my wedding, though, I feel like the beginning was kind of negative. In terms of the fun parts of my wedding, I have been loving the dress shopping. I think that was probably the dress shopping and the bridesmaid proposal boxes were probably my two favorite parts. With the dress shopping, I also did that with my friends, and with the bridesmaid proposal boxes, you guys know I love giving gifts, and so that was really fun for me to put together. I did some DIYs. I also purchased some stuff, and then I also had some brands like gift me some stuff as well. Everything in that box I picked out because I truly love it. For example, like these earrings were in the box. I have a whole video on what's in the box. You guys can go check that out. But I had such a fun time doing that. And then we were actually supposed to do a bridesmaid picnic that day. And then of course, like you would think early May it would be done raining, and of course like it wasn't. And we ended up pivoting our plans because I'm very type A. Of course, we have a plan B. I booked Sun and Gardens. If you're in the Bay Area, you might be familiar with Sun and Gardens. I think it's also the same people that own Farmhouse Thai. And we did a bridesmaid brunch there. Everybody had so much fun. The drinks were beautiful. The food was great. They also now take reservations, so that's great. And we just had a really fun time. And I think that that's something that I really treasure in this whole wedding planning process. Especially, I know that when you are planning a wedding, I've seen a lot of people kind of talk about this. I've had friends experience this firsthand where they lose a lot of their friends since planning a wedding. I don't know why that is. I don't know if that's a difference of opinion. I don't know if it's like jealousy or certain kind of feelings. I'm not sure. But I think that that's something that I've been really cautious of, and then also wanted to take, like, knowing that I wanted to appreciate the friends that I do have and the ones that are sticking by me through all of this, because it is not going to be easy. It's not going to be cheap. And I really appreciate them kind of like being there. So we're really excited about that. And then kind of similarly with the dress shopping, we had so much fun. I can do a whole video on like dress shopping, dresses that I tried on. We did pick one dress so far. When you're watching this video, we have picked one dress, which is a ceremony dress. I'm still looking for a reception dress. I do have a few reception dresses in mind, but I feel like reception dress is not like as high priority. So we've kind of like put that on the back burner. But we had so much fun doing the dress shopping. I don't know if you know this about me, but maybe not, maybe. I'm not a huge crier. Oh shit. I'm not a big crier. Like, I don't really cry for too many things. And my friend told me that you found the dress when you cry. Or she cried when she tried on her dress. I tried on probably like 50 dresses and I did not cry. But I think I knew it was the right dress when two of my best friends, one of whom has known me since we were in 6th grade, and she started crying. And I think that's kind of when I knew that, like, hey, this is going to be a top contender dress. I didn't buy the dress just because she cried, but I definitely like kept that in the back of my mind that this is a top contender dress based on her kind of emotion and reaction. So I guess we can talk about what we've done. We have a planner, we have our date, we have our venue, we have the dress, one dress, we have our catering company, we have our DJ company, we have our wedding website. We did a custom domain for that one, but I actually built my website on Bliss and Bone, which I spent weeks researching different websites, creating different wedding websites on each of these platforms. That was a whole thing. We did our engagement shoot. We did engagement shoot number 1. And we sent out our virtual save the dates. We'll be sending physical save the dates to certain like family members and, you know, things like that. Cause like my grandma's not going to go on our wedding website. But we'll be doing that. In terms of what's next in the immediate future, we have the photographer and videographer, I would say, are kind of the biggest priorities for me at the moment. And I think there's a lot of pressure kind of finding the right photographer and videographer since my entire life is on the internet. I love what I do, but also like there's certain aspects that like, and I love what I do, and there's certain things that I would love to keep private, but there's also things that I would love to share, and I'm excited to share, and I know a lot of you guys are excited to hear about it too. So photographer and videographer are kind of my biggest things at the moment. I have considered doing a social media, like a wedding social media person. I think that's kind of wedding content creator is what they're called. And it's a little bit lower on the priority list as of right now, but maybe we can consider it. But I also think that a lot of the content that I will be getting with my photographer and videographer are going to be enough. We'll also be doing a welcome party, so we should probably start planning the welcome party. We are going to go see the venue in the fall. So that's going to be really exciting. And then we'll probably do a second engagement shoot in the area that we are getting married in. Yeah, so very exciting stuff, but also not easy. And I think that kind of the main reason why I wanted to come on here and just like do a little quick chit chat, get ready with me, is it's really not as glamorized as it looks. Maybe for some people, maybe for some people who really enjoy this, I think. And it's not to say I don't enjoy it. I am very type A. I love to plan, and I also love to cross things off my checklist. Like, that is one of my favorite things. But it's a lot harder than you think, and it's not just about planning a wedding. It's about navigating all these other people's opinions, and that's something that I wasn't really prepared for. I will say though, the people who have reached out, the people who have given me advice, the people who have checked in on me, it does not go unnoticed, and I appreciate it. And if you guys have any wedding questions in the comments below, please drop them. I will happily answer any wedding questions or dilemmas that you guys have to the extent that I know. My lashes are glued on. They still need to dry, but I think that's kind of it. Let me know what you guys think about these videos. If you like these kind of casual chit chats, let me know if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about. I really want it to feel very natural, like we're just kind of hanging out on FaceTime. I really love these kind of videos. It just feels less scripted. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more get ready with me's. Let me know if you hate this kind of video too. But I will leave another video for you guys here, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.